All right, guys, I have a ton of numbers in my head. All right, they all point to December 21st, and that just happens to be the winter solstice, and it's also a palindrome. Now, I didn't come to that date because of any of that. I came to that date based off of time spans. What's weird is I just happen to be 555 months and like 5 days old. I don't know what the meaning behind that is, but maybe 5 is like Libra is the balance of scales, and maybe at 5, it's the, now we're going to the positive side of life, dark to light. Now, from number standpoint, we know 9/11. This is all based off the Iraq Dinar, I think, revaluing on that day, and we all know that 9/11. 9/11 was all predicted programming in movies. Whether you're a conspiracy theorist or not, you've seen it everywhere. And it is actually perfectly fitting as well that this was just the 119th World Series, and the Texas Rangers won, who was owned by Bush, who was connected to 9/11. He's the one that actually put in the executive order on May 22nd, back in 2003, that only the U.S. could really invest in this Iraq Dinar. Now, why the Iraq Dinar? Why now? What you got to realize is Iraq, this is from a non-conspiracy standpoint. Their currency was devalued overnight, instantaneously. It was $3.22, which is kind of funny because the last state of Michigan, 322, it was shut down in 322, but we know also about the 322. So when 322, Skull and Bones, Bush was part of the Yale Society. Their motto is order out of chaos, and it's the 322 Skull and Bones Society. Okay, let's get past that. When you look at significant dates, you can go back and look up, the Iraq Dinar came out on 4/1/1932, okay? On the 13-month calendar, that day is 113, 1013. And 113 we know is significant because the world was shut down. On our calendar, 3/11, 113. You look on my Facebook, I predicted that day. I was like Jim Carrey in the movie 23, posting all kinds of news articles, scores, and saying that the world was going to change on 3/11. Well, now I'm saying the world is about to change again on the 13-month calendar, which is our true calendar, 28 days. It's why women's menstrual cycles goes by the moon every 28 days. It is about to go down on 10/13. On the 13-month calendar, 113. Now, on a whole nother side note, I got the Lions winning the Super Bowl. And when they do win the Super Bowl, right now they're 7-13. They're going to be the number 1 seed. And when they win, they're going to be 10-13. 113, which is going to line up with that 113, 1013 on the 13-month calendar of our calendar, 1221, which is the palindrome. 1-2-1-2-1. Anyway, forward and backwards, 1221. 1-2-2-1. So what I'm telling you is that $100 investment could end up being worth $100,000 to $300,000 on December the 1st. This will be an economic boom for the entire world because we are the buying power of the world. It will make the world go round again. Everyone is broke. It's going to be a great Christmas for everyone. Get on eBay, get on Amazon, and a $50 investment, you can get $25,000 note. It's red. Okay? There is no excuse that you can't pay $50 for $25,000 or $25,000 note. $50. Word. From a non-conspiracy standpoint, Iraq just signed their budget for the first time since 2001 when we went in there and wiped it out. All right? We rebuilt that. How do we get paid? Trump has already said that we have their currency. They are forced to go international now. They have the second largest oil reserves in the world. They don't have the manpower and the infrastructure, which means the only way that they can advance in society is to revalue the dinar that was devalued overnight. So it can revalue overnight when you have that much resource. Everything is about resources. So from a non-conspiracy standpoint, if you look up Iraq, you'll see that they just signed their budget this year. They're forced to go go international. And how are you going to go international having a currency that's 1,300 to 1? It doesn't take too many brain cells for you to know you have that many resources and you're going international and you have to start trading your currency for other people's currency, of people coming into your country, and you go into other people's country, that the value of your currency needs to revalue. It's going to be probably at least 1 to 1. Really, over the past 20 years, it's probably really more 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 13 to 1. I wouldn't put it past 13 to 1. But more than likely, realistically, it's going to be somewhere around $1.30, $1.50, but I could see it going as high as 13 to 1. That's from just a normal, like logical, non-conspiracy, financial, money equals resources. Production is power. Power comes from supply times velocity.